Ascain is a French commune in the Pyrénées-Atlantiques department in the Aquitaine region of southwestern France. The inhabitants of the commune are known as Azkaindar. The commune has been awarded 3 flowers by the National Council of Towns and Villages in Bloom in the competition of cities and villages in Bloom. Geography. Ascain is part of the urban area of Bayonne in the traditional Basque province of Labid, 13 kilometers east of Irun and 7 kilometers south of Saint-Jean-de-Luz, and the Atlantic Ocean in the western foothills of the Pyrenees. The southern tip of the commune touches the border with Spain at the peak of Larron Mountain. Access to the commune is by the D4 road from Irun in the northwest, coming into the commune from the west, then passing through the town and continuing southeast to Serres. The D918 also comes from Saint-Jean-de-Luz in the north and passes through the north of the commune between 2 urban areas and continuing east to Saint-Pierre-Aquitaine-sur-Nivelle. Some 30% of the commune is residential, with some small forests in the north and farmland mostly in the south, with some farms in the north. The summit of Larron, a mountain iconic of the Basque country, is situated approximately 6 kilometers south of the town at the southern tip of the commune on the border with Spain. The summit can be reached by the Petit Train de l'Irun, which commences from the Col de Saint-Ignace, 4 kilometers to the east of the town outside the commune on the D4 road to Serres. The interurban network of Pyrénées-Atlantiques bus line has 2 stops in the commune, one for Route 863 which runs from Ascain to Saint-Jean-de-Luz, and Route 858 between Serres and Saint-Jean-de-Luz. The Nivelle River flows through the north of the commune, flowing towards the west parallel to the D918 on its way to the Atlantic Ocean. Several tributaries rise in the south of the commune and flow north, gathering many more tributaries into the Nivelle. These streams include the Anibarico-Erika, the Galadico-Erika, and the Arayuco-Erika. The Larunco-Erika forms the southwestern border of the commune as it flows north and west to join the Insolaco-Erika, which continues north to join the Anibarico-Erika. Places and hamlets neighboring communes and villages. Toponymy. The commune name in Basque is Ascain. The name Ascain probably comes from height scain, meaning top of the hill or rocky height. The following table details the origins of the commune name and other names in the commune. Sources: Goyeneche, Eugene Goyeneche, Basque Country, Seoul, Labid, Bassin-Navarre, Raymond, Topographic Dictionary of the Department of Basses Pyrenees, 1863, on the page numbers indicated in the table. Elhand, Basque-French Dictionary by Pierre Elhand. Orpistan, Jean-Baptiste Orpistan, New Basque Toponymy. Origins. Bayonne. Cartillary of Bayonne, a livre d'or. Chapter. Titles of the chapter of Bayonne. Labid. Titles of Labid. Galatians. Galatians of the Diocese of Bayonne. History. In 1609, Councillor Pierre de Lanca intervened in French Basque country at the head of a commission of inquiry demanded by Henry IV. The commission was to purge the country of all sorcerers and sorceresses under the influence of demons. The priest of Ascain was degraded, then burned. The Bishop of Bayonne, Jean-Vitus-d'O, built a large house called Azkaindar here during the middle of the 16th century, which can still be seen. In 1794, at the height of the terror and after the desertion of 47 young people from Itzazu, the Committee of Public Safety arrested and deported some of the men, women, and children from Ainhoa, Ascain, Espelette, Itzazu, Serres, and Soride, and declared the commune, as for other communes near the Spanish border, a notorious commune. This measure was also extended to Biriato, Cambo, La Ressort, Lauhasoa, Mendiond, and Mackay. The inhabitants were gathered in various national houses or in the district of Oustaritz or in those of the Grande Redoubt, such as Jean-Jacques Rousseau. In reality they were gathered in the churches, then deported in very precarious conditions to Bayonne, Cap-Breton, St. Vincent de Tyros, and Ondas. Departments where people from the communes were interned were Lot-et-Garonne, Gers, Lannes, Bases Pyrénées, and Hautes-Pyrénées. The return of the exiles and the recovery of the properties were determined by a series of decrees issued on the 29th of September and the 1st of October 1794, driven in this direction by the director of Oustaritz. The former communes of Said-Zassou, Ascain, Biriato, and Sez, whose inhabitants have been interned for 8 months as a measure of general security. People have not been able to farm. The people who wish to obtain freedom to retire to the homes are clamoring for food without us being able to provide them with the means to fulfill this first human need. Hunger. The recovery of property was not done without difficulty. The properties had been sequestered but were not registered and so were looted. Movable and immovable property of the inhabitants of Serres were neither legally recognized nor disclosed. All our furniture and household effects were removed and brought confusedly to neighboring communes. Instead of putting them in safe places, some were sold at auction or to any other party without auction heraldry. These arms were registered for the first time on the 5th of July 1405 by Juan Martinez de Igorita y Ascain, Lord of Igorita and Ascain, who married Princess Leonor Tocco de Acciaiuoli, from the Florence House of Acciaiuoli. Administration. List of successive mayors from 1941. Intercommunality. The commune is part of 8 intercommunal structures: the agglomeration of Sud Pays Basque, the AEP Association of Nive-Nivelle, the Energy Association of Pyrénées-Atlantiques, the Intercommunal Association for Secondary Educational Colleges of Saint-Jean-de-Luz, the Intercommunal Association for the Rescue Centre in Saint-Jean-de-Luz, the SIED Côte Basque Sud, the Association to Support Basque Culture, the Basque Bayonne San Sebastian Eurocity. Twinning. Ascain has twinning associations with Bollendorf since 1979. Lesarca since 1980. Demography. In 1670 the commune had 300 fires and in 1718 1,560 inhabitants. In 2010 the commune had 4,001 inhabitants. The evolution of the number of inhabitants is known from the population censuses conducted in the commune since 1793. For the 21st century, a census of communes with fewer than 10,000 inhabitants is held every 5 years. Unlike larger towns that have a sample survey every year, population change sources LDHEHESS Cassini until 1962, INSEE database from 1968. Economy. Economic activity is mainly agricultural and also tourism. There is a sandstone quarry in the commune. Ascain is part of the Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée zone of Ossau-Iraty. There are 2 breeds in the commune. Culture and heritage. According to the map of the 7 Basque provinces edited in 1863 by Prince Louis Lucien Bonaparte, the Basque dialect spoken in Ascain is Le Badan. The film Les Danseurs Orchidées by Elia Cute Once Perret was partly filmed in Ascain in 1928 with Chiquito de Cambo. Civil heritage. There are several buildings and structures in Ascain that are registered as historical monuments. These are House of Ferdinand Pinier, Redoubt of Biscazoun, Redoubt Vesna, Roman bridge on the Nivelle. It was rebuilt after the collapse of the central pier caused by flooding of the Nivelle in December 1994. Group of 9 stone circles at Era Harry. The 2 redoubts were part of the defense by Marshal Soult of the Franco-Spanish border against the British Army under Wellington in 1813. In 1947 the village erected the first Stèle des Évadés de France in memory of the resistance fighters who left France to join the Free French forces for Spain during the Second World War. Religious heritage. The Church of the Assumption has some medieval remains. It was enlarged in the 16th and 17th centuries and was inaugurated under Louis XIII in 1626. In 1605 Monseigneur Bertrand d'Etchaux, Bishop of Bayonne, visited the parish of Ascain and permitted the said parishioners of the said parish to sell or dispose of the tombs that seem good in favor of the proceeds of the sale, the keeping, repair, and completion of the work on the church. Inside the church is a statue of the Virgin and Child which is a cast of a statue from the 14th century. The original in marble, called the Virgin of Longchamp, is preserved in the Musée National du Moyen Age in Paris. Tombstones in pink sandstone from Laron cover the grounds. The Chapel of Cères, dedicated to St. Jacques and recently restored, was, in the Middle Ages, a way station on the Way of St. James. Facilities. Education. The commune has 3 primary schools, 1 public, 1 private Catholic, and 1 Acastella. A music school, in the form of an association, offers classic and traditional training. The Laron Derac Drum Band, the Laron Cantor Choir, and the Martinto Altalile Association complete the musical offerings of the commune. Sports and sports facilities. There are several sports associations in the commune, including associations for athletics, basketball, cycling, traditional dance, gymnastics, Basque pelota, hiking, rugby union, and tennis. Notable people linked to the commune. Johannes de Saussonneau, born at Ascain, Bishop of Bayonne from 1566 to 1578. Edm Acute Martin van der Meysen, born in 1766 at Versailles and died in 1813 at Ascain, was a divisional general, mortally wounded at Saint-Jean-de-Luz. Nicolas François Conrad, born in 1770 at Way and died in 1813 at Saint-Esprit, was a French general, Baron of Pepinville, mortally wounded at Ascain. Jean-Hirigoyen Larrel, born at Ascain in 1788, father of Martin Hirigoyen de Lagre, who emigrated to Argentina and was the father of Hipólito Yrigoyen Alum, twice president of Argentina. José Revillaja, born at Madrid of a Basque family in 1864 and died at Ascain in 1955, mining engineer and geologist. Jean-Pierre Borda, called Authre, born at Ascain in 1866 and died in 1922, was a Basque pelota player in rebot and bare hands. Friend of Pierre Locher, he was inspired by one of the characters in the novel Ramancha, which was written at the Hôtel de la Rune. Ernest Fourneau, born at Biarritz in 1872, died at Ascain in 1949, was the founder of French medicinal chemistry. Ferdinand Pinney Earle was a famous Hollywood cinema decorator in the 1910s and 1920s. In 1930 he moved to Ascain and built a house shaped like a revolver reminiscent of adobe houses built in Santa Fe around 1920. Gina Lisselt, born at Ascain in 1883 and died at Graciette in 1961, was a writer, Catholic priest, poet, and Basque academic. Prince Fyodor Alexandrovich of Russia, born on the 23rd of December 1898 at St. Petersburg, and died on the 30th of November 1968 at Ascain. He was buried in the cemetery at Arun. Marie-Louise Osorio, from Ascain, was a Bizzolari, famous for her duet with Pierre Barret in 1869. Joseph Ladouche, born at Ascain in 1919, father of Jean-Philippe, Jean-Michel, Marie-Jo Pampi, and Martine Ladouche, who became champion of France in Basque Pelota in 1941. Maurice A. Berry, born at Biarritz in 1926 and died at Ascain in 1988, was a doctor of law, lawyer, sports administrator, and music lover. Elia Couto N. Beho, born on the 4th of June 1932 at Ascain and died at Dax in October 2011, was a rugby union player, finalist in the Championship of France in 1961, 1963, and 1966 with US Dax. Philippe Ladouche, born at Ascain in 1946, played Basque Pelota and became world champion in Basque Trinqueta in 1970 at St. Sebastian. Pampi Ladouche, born in 1955 at Ascain, was a Basque Pelota player, world champion in Basque Trinqueta in 1974 at Montevideo. Martine Ladouche, born in 1960 at Ascain, was a Basque Pelota player of Panurge and bare hands, champion of France. Jacques Chaban-Delmas, born in 1915 at Paris and died in 2000 at Paris, was mayor of Bordeaux, Prime Minister, Honorary President of the National Assembly, General of the Resistance, buried in the cemetery at Ascain where he had a second home.